Welcome in, Pesky Pole YouTube channel, and I got a little second and 10 football up here real quick, and I wanted to show everyone something, and some of you may already know this, and so I'm not trying to act like you guys are dumb, but some people don't. Um, Football, one of the issues with football is that football takes a long time to play when it comes to our hobby, and and sometimes, I mean, it's tough. Like it's tough to do a whole season. It's tough to kind of get to stay into it. I know Ron has some issues sometimes, and he does. Uncle Ron Juckett, the great Ron Juckett, Retro Sports Network, um, kind of getting a little bit bored with football projects, and it's tougher. I mean, it's tougher. Baseball is just really built for this type of thing, and I'm the same way. But I really love the game called Game Winning Drive from I think it's Downey Games. It's I have a PDF version of it, and you roll the dice and the dice, die. And it's a drive by drive type of game, and it's really cool. Now the bad thing about it is the stats, and I like stats. And you can still there's ways you can kind of do things, but in terms of who catches a touchdown pass, there's ways you can kind of pump your own little system doing that, but still it doesn't have the stats, okay? And it's not as bad because football isn't really as much of a stat-driven game, like baseball is. I mean, football is really about really who won and lost. Baseball is much more with the stats. So you can kind of get away with that stuff. But second and 10, you can do the same thing. So second and 10 is pretty cool because you can play a variety of ways. And so I want to kind of show you a game and a real quick way to play a game. Now, obviously, you can do autoplay, okay, which is a form of, the quick play games from Downey where you roll the dice and get a final score, and you can do it that way here. I'm going to play a game. So Oakland, and this is 1980, okay. I watched the Dan Fouts thing the other day, so I'm into the whole 1980s and the Chargers lately. Um, so we're going to play this game. So first thing is this. We're going to go AI control for both teams. And so I really want the Chargers to win this game, okay, but I'm going to kind of show you what I do. So we're going to toss the ball up, toss the coin. All right. And looks like we're going to kick off here. Okay, so we're going to kick off like normal. That's a nice little wall return here. He laterals the ball. Uh-oh. And he fumbles it. And the Oakland Raiders pick it up. Oh my goodness. What an opening kickoff. And he scores. So if you haven't read that play-by-play, okay, unbelievable. So if you haven't read that play-by-play, I should have, this is where Al and Ron does a great job of this stuff. Let's kind of go back and read this right now. I was expecting the run-of-the-mill kickoff. So anyway, kickoff. Mike Fuller catches the ball at the goal line. Nice return set up. He's in the clear. He's caught the 32-yard line. He laterals to Frank Duncan. Duncan can't hold on. Lester Hayes of the Raiders picks it up, and he takes it back to the house. And the Raiders are up 7-0 or 6-0. Here's the kick, and it's good. So what a way to start the ball game. So let's kick it off again. So I'm trying to show you how to play this game with a idea of a drive by drive type of feel to it, and we will get to that in a second. Let's kick it off again. Let's hope the Chargers don't do anything stupid this time. And he's brought down now 28-yard line, flag into play.
Illegal use of hands. Receiving team.
And the Chargers are penalized. So the Chargers are starting off this game really, really good. Down 7-0. So a couple things. If you watch me play, I played the 2001 Patriot season. I played a full game on here. And so how I usually play is, say I'm going to coach the Chargers. I will a lot of times let the computer choose the play for me. And I'll let them run the offense, and I may step in sometimes, kind of like the CEO, head coach, and feel like I've got a good play that I want to try. Or say, for example, if we're not moving the ball, I don't think we're running the ball enough, I don't think we're passing the ball enough, I may come in for a series and call the play. So I kind of treat it like like a CEO, head coach, like with my coordinators who I trust, and that's why I normally play the game out. And that's kind of the long way to play the game. You play it play by play. Okay. Here we're going to do drive by drive, and so all you're going to do now, instead of hitting next play, I'm going to go hit this button right here, possession, and it gives you the outcome for the drive, just like in game-winning drive football. So I'm going to hit the possession here. Boom. Previous play was a punt. Okay, so the Chargers punted it 4th and 7 from their own 12. They punt it. Okay, and the Raiders ball now. I can go back here and check to the box score. I can kind of check what happened in the drive I want to. I can check the stats. Okay, Fouls is 0 for 1. Papaletti, 2 attempts for 3 yards. I can check all that stuff too and keep that in there. That's what happened. Okay, so Raider ball now. I'm going to do possession again for them. And it's a punt. Ray Guy punted it. Mike Fuller did not lateral that ball. He fair catches it. So 11-17 during the first quarter. Charger ball. Hit possession. And another punt. So we're not punting back and forth right now. Let's do the Raiders. Possession. And a punt again. So Ray Guy punts out of bounds to the 2-yard line. So still first quarter, 7-zip. And a 7-yard fumble return. So Matuzak picks up the fumble and returns it 7 yards for a touchdown. So the Raiders have 2 touchdowns right now, one on special teams and one on defense. Okay, so we can kind of go back here and check, see who fumbled the ball. In the play-by-play. So we can kind of come back here and see. So you get all the stats here. So it looks like Clarence Williams fumbled it, and John Matuzak picked it up for the touchdown. So it's all here for you. So you can go back and kind of get the details of what happened, but not have to play it all out. We do a kickoff again. We're still in the first quarter. And Chargers with horrible field possession again. Let's do possession. Another punt. And that one, there was a drive. So the Chargers moved the ball to the Raider 42-yard line and punted it, and they've kind of flipped the field a little bit. So maybe they can get a touchdown here. So here we go. Possession. And Ray Guy punts it. Chargers again now a good field position finally. And they punt it again. And we're still in the first quarter. So the Chargers offense has not done much in this one. And there's the punt again. So we're kind of punting back and forth. We're in the second quarter now. Charger ball. And there it is. So a touchdown pass. So Dan Fouts hits Kellen Winslow for a 4-yard pass. We see the drive was 10 plays, 65 yards, 508. So a good drive right there. And we can kind of go over here and check and see what the stats look like now for everyone. You got Fouts, 5 for 12, 61 yards and a touchdown. You got Jim Plunkett, 1 for 5 for 8 yards. So the Raider offense has been horrible, but they've scored on special teams and on defense. So 14-7. We kick it off. 9:35 to go in the half. So not a good. He slips, and so Ira Matthews slipped on that, and the Raiders now have horrible field position. 14-7. Looks like a punt again. A penalty on the return. So the Chargers will start at their own 33-yard line. And this time, Fouts hits John Jefferson for a touchdown, and we are all tied up. So two back-to-back drives, 10 plays each, and two touchdowns. And so it's 14 all. And Fouts now 10 for 18, 113 yards, two TDs. Joyner, 5 catches for 60 yards. Jefferson, that one catch for 11 yards. So we have a new ball game. 14 all, 3:30 to go in the first half. This is a kind of a cool way to play. And I can jump in here too if I wanted to and take over the play call for the Chargers. You can do it this way for the first three quarters, and the fourth quarter something else. But I think it's like playing game winning drive football only with all the stats. And so I really have found this to be my favorite way to play second and 10. Not all the time. Sometimes when I play the whole game out and take the hour and do that. A lot of times I like to see the game, the drive by drive, and then go back and look at the numbers and look at what happened in the drive. Like, oh, that's what happened. It's kind of a fun and different way to play. And once again, second and 10 is the best value. I'm not, they don't pay me anything, but you buy the game, um, you get all the NFL seasons with the game. Every NFL season you get for free with the game. When the new season comes out, you get that for free as well. You don't have to buy the new season. You get a bunch of college seasons. The only thing is the new college seasons cost you $10, which I understand because there's 5 million college teams. But it's $10, which is a pretty good deal. And you get a bunch of college seasons anyway. You get a bunch of college teams though too. Just the full seasons. Um, the ones that don't come through with the game, they're going to cost you $10. So it's a great value. Let's get back to the ball game. 14-14, Raider ball, and they punt again. A penalty, a legal block, and the return. So the Chargers are kind of backed up a little bit. 1:38 to go in the half. Let's see what happens. The end of the half happens. So Dan Fouts with incompletion. The half ends. It's 14-14. Let's look at the box score real quick. I want to see the Raiders offense. The Raiders have 38 total yards of offense right now. 38 yards. So it's really an ass kicking. But it's 14-14 because of those two kind of, not I'm going to say fluke, but weird touchdowns for the Raiders. Let's kick it off. 14-14. Second half to go. Ralph Benishka. Uh-oh. We cover kickoff return. Oh, my Lord. The Raiders are going to score. He's caught from behind. All right. So the Raiders almost got our special teams touchdown with a good return. They're at midfield pretty much. All right, here we go. Raider possession. And an 8-yard run. So Mark Van Egan, 8-yard run, and the Raiders are up 21-14, 6-play, 51-yard drive. So the Raiders now take the lead. Good ball game here. 1980 Chargers and Raiders from week 1. No, it's not week 1. I think it's week 2. I'm going to reset this. I'm not playing 1980 yet. I may play this season. I haven't figured out yet what my next project is for the NFL. I usually play the NFL seasons along with the NFL season, but I haven't figured out what season to play yet. I'm leaning towards 85. I'm leaning towards 85 and kind of coaching the Niners, um, the Niner team, and maybe like the 85 Jets. That's what I'm thinking about doing, but I haven't decided yet. Here we go. Chargers ball, down by 7. 45-yard field goal. So Ralph Benishka hits a field goal, 21-17, 9-play drive, 35 yards only. So they get 3 points out of it. So 21-17 here with 10:06 to go, third quarter. And a good ball game here. Raiders and Chargers, the rivals in San Diego. Raider ball. And they're going to punt it away. So Chargers forced to punt. And a 1-yard pass. So John Jefferson catches the 1-yard touchdown pass. The kick is good. And the Chargers now lead 24-21 with 8:06 to go, third quarter. Fouled 17 for 33, 204 yards, 3 touchdowns, no picks. Capelé at 13 carries, 61 yards. Jefferson with 2 touchdown catches. He's got 4 catches, 2 of them of touchdowns. So 24-21. Kicks to the Raiders. This is the Raiders' best offense has been their special teams and defense. Doesn't get much there. So a bad return there, and he bobbles the ball. So they're backed up. 24-21, Chargers lead. And intercepted. So Plunkett throws a pick, looking for Dave Casper. Hal Stringert picks it off. So the Chargers have the ball at the 21-yard line, looking to do some damage here. Can they punch it in? And a fumble. So Capoletti was going in for 6. He fumbles it, and Dave Browning of the Raiders recovers it. So a huge, huge turnover right there for that one. And a fumble by Kenny King. So Kenny King gives it right back to the Chargers. Woodrow Lowe with the recovery. And the Chargers have it back now. 5:36 to go, third quarter. It's a fumble fest. And picked off. So Dan Fouts looking for Charlie Joyner. And Lester Hayes steps in and picks it off at the 4-yard. Lester Hayes has a touchdown already and now a pick. So he's had a pretty big game here. If the Raiders win this ball game, Lester Hayes may get your game ball player of the game. Raider ball. And that's picked off. So Plunkett throws the pick. We've had 4 turnovers in the last 4 minutes of this ball game. 2 fumbles and 2 picks. Charger ball. Trying to put this game, trying to get a two-score lead here. And a field goal from Bernushka, so they don't get a 2-score lead. 27-21, they get a field goal out of it. 2:36 to go, third quarter. Matthews takes the kickoff. He gets up to the 19-yard line. Raider ball, down by 6. And they're going to punt it away. So Chargers good field position again. And they'll punt it back to the Raiders. 18 seconds to go, third quarter. Raider ball, down by 6. And that's picked off by Hal Stringert, who has a fumble recovery and now a pick. And the Chargers have the ball back. So Plunkett, he's not having a good day at all, has he? He's 7 for 21 with 3 picks. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good, Jim Plunkett. Here we go. So we're in the fourth quarter now. 13:32 to go in the fourth quarter. Charger ball up by 6 at the Raider 39-yard line. And a field goal is good. So Bernushka's hit 3 of those now. He's got 3 field goals. Yeah, 3 field goals. The Chargers lead by 9. They're arguing 2-point conversions. It doesn't matter anyway. That'd be 8 points. But still, it's 1980, folks. So the Raiders are definitely need a little bit of help here. 10:40 to go. This game really would be a blowout right now if not for the defensive touchdown and special teams touchdown for the Raiders. Raider ball, down by 9, 10:31 to win the game. And they're going to punt it back to the Chargers. So 9:21 to go, Charger ball. Can they eat some clock? And no, they don't eat clock. 4 plays, 72-yard drive. Fouts hits Jefferson again, his 3rd touchdown reception. It's now 37-21. And Fouts is now 23-46, 4 touchdown tosses. Jefferson's caught 3 of them. 8:15 to go in the game. Chargers by 16. And now the whole 2-point conversion comes up because in football nowadays you could score 2 touchdowns, 2 2-point conversions to tie the game. 1980, you cannot do that. 70-yard run. So the Raiders, a 70-yard touchdown run for the score. 3 plays, 83 yards. Let's go look and see what the big play was in that. So the Raiders had to have a big play. That's the cool thing. You can go back and look and see what the big play was. So the big play All right, so Dan Pastrini's in the ball game, by the way. So Pastrini's in the ball game. He throws a quick pass to Dave Casper for 39 yards, hits Cliff Branch for 37 yards, and then a 7-yard run for Kenny King. So the two big plays in there for that. 37-28, 9-point game, 7:23 to go in the game. Charger ball. They punt it back to the Raiders. So 3:31 to go in the game now. So time is the enemy for the Raiders right now. Down by 9. They're going to punt it away. Interesting call there. I think I would have went for that. It was 4th and 10. I guess. I mean, I guess you're going to give your timeouts, maybe get a stop here. They punt it. Okay, here we go. So they get the ball right back. So maybe that was a good decision not to. They got to score and do the onside kick, and it's picked off. So um, looking for Cliff Branch. Pass in the ball game now. I'm guessing that foul that Plunkett got benched. I don't think he got hurt. I'll have to go look and see that if that's the case though. If there's any injuries here. In-game injuries, none. So Plunkett was benched based on that. Let's fill. So Charger ball, 1:45 to go. They can kind of milk this clock away here, and they do. They run the clock out. That's the ball game, 37-28. Now, kind of give you an idea. That game took me 19 minutes to play, and that's me kind of BSing around, kind of showing you talking and stopping the game to look at kind of the stats. So 19 minutes to play a game. It was fun. I mean, I had fun. I mean, I think it's a fun way to play. Um, especially if you're trying to maybe play a whole season out, you're doing a season-long project and play every game. That's doable. That is doable to sit there and do that and go through the week. Playing at the most, 15 minutes in the game is going to be if you play it out normally without trying to stream it or talk through it and explain it. It's going to take you 15 minutes tops. That's doable to do that. You do 4 games in an hour, um, and break it up over a couple days, and you get the week done for the season. So anyway, I thought I'd show that. Just I've never seen anyone try that before on 2nd and 10 or talk about that before. But it's a way to kind of combine the drive-by-drive games that we love so much with the dice and use it on 2nd and 10 football with all the graphics and the fields and the pictures and the stats and the detail you can get to. I think it's a fun way to play. So I thought I'd share that with you guys. Hope you're all doing well, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye, guys.